It's that thing that happens where you watch all the videos about creating and you think about creating and you write lists about creating and you don't create. I've been stuck in that loop the last however long form video. Short form is easy for me, but long form, just my up in my coughs and up in my mind. And here's some of the things that I'm thinking about as a long time creating in public person that you may or may not find helpful. I got a notification that said my YouTube channel was 15 years old. Does it look like it's 15 years old? No, there is some old digital underpanties on this channel that may or may not be visible to the public. But my website is that or older. It's a WordPress site that I'm constantly piecemealing together. And I think often about creating a new channel, right? Like I love a blank canvas. And one of the things I'm thinking about and pondering and being curious about is permission to not just change, but there's an interesting polarity between wanting to start something completely new, becoming a pet content creator with my new pug buddy, or allowing myself to change my mind once again. And some of my early content, and this is normal, like I have to de-internalize the shame that hold me as a creative, as a creator, before that was a job that we could have. And to this day, just to be clear, I've made $6.25 on content directly. What I have done is helped people who end up working with me. That's a different way of creating. But back to creativity. Can we let ourselves be new? I have a podcast that I did for 7 years. It's been a while since I've done an episode, and I haven't decided, I pay $20 every single month for hosting, and I'm sure there's a workaround, but if I stop paying that $20, it erases all that content. There are some episodes that I've pulled off the hosting site because I don't want out in the world anymore, but I am very aware of what the very first podcast was about. It was about mindset. And at that time, I thought that mindset was everything. And it's not. I have changed so emphatically. And do I just want to tuck those things away in a closet? Or do I want to sort through with loving care the stuff? Or do I just want to bring the dumpster up to the house and dump everything in? I'm here unfiltered. Am I unfiltered? Probably not unfiltered. But this is more of a behind the scenes of an experienced business owner who has been online since the early Facebook days. Most of my business has come from Facebook and through past relationships of the company that I worked for in the early 2000s. I used to be an early adopter of so many things. I remember being in a company of 105,000 people, and there were 2 of us on Facebook and Twitter. That actually led me to one of my very first $30,000 months many years ago. And people would ask me, what is this Facebook thing that you're on? Why do you post so much? And I was just like, this girl that referred me some business lived in a different state. This was foreign to me. And I was like, $30,000? How many times a day would you post on Facebook for $30,000? And things have evolved so much then. So things have evolved so much since then. When I slow down and instead of finding a cognitive solution, which I am what we call a head-led person. I have a huge sensitive feeling heart, but when my nervous system faces a challenge, a threat, or a problem, it goes to my head, my intellect for a solution. And the solutions are not always in my intellect and in my vast gathering of information, which I love to do. And one of the things that I am learning the last 10 years of my life, as I have become a trauma-informed coach, done my own inner work, compassionate inquiry, internal family systems, expressive arts, is learn that not all the answers are out there, and that my intuitive sense plus the information that's available to me is valid. I love YouTube. I love watching videos in the morning. I love that my YouTube feed, I'm so curious, what's the variety in your YouTube feed? My YouTube feed is like a bunch of personal development videos, way too many of bro dudes that I don't want to see. I do like to watch a little Gary Vee. There's a handful of podcasts in there. There's a handful of ADHD and autistic creators in there. There is fingernail techniques in there. I also have dog music for when I'm away, because I let my dog watch YouTube when I'm gone. And then I have a lot of like meditation or binaural beats things in there. And then I have some murder mystery in my YouTube feed because I like murder. It's calming. Murder shows. I don't actually like murder, but I like murder shows. I'm one of those weird psychology people. I never thought I would have a career this long, and it's not over yet. The way things are going, I'm going to have to work a long time. And they're not necessarily going poorly. That's one of the funny things is the last 3 years have been the best and the hardest. I have unbecome and unraveled and unlearned being a woman who hard-ass masked her way through life via leadership, via unconscious masking, via performing, being achieving. And the last few years have definitely financially not been what I'm used to for the previous 20 years. And the beauty of that was re-internalizing what my value is. And I originally built my business out of a traumatic event and the need for security and to feel loved. And yeah, the last 10 years have been a nice, slow, because it's going to be slow, journey of learning to really love and value myself out of the world of capitalism. I used to think I would work until the day I die because I loved work so much and it fulfilled me so much. And those of you over 40, over 50 know, anybody with a chronic illness or a disability, that stuff changes when you don't have your health. I have my spirit. I now have my systems, my support, my standard operating procedures for managing my capacity. I'm learning what it's like. So as I rebuild my business, as I decide to come and play here on YouTube with you, it's part of my plan to have fun, to connect with people off of Facebook. Oh, sweet Jesus. Anyway, I'm going to let this be a completely imperfect, who knows what we'll title it, but I'm just going to let myself imperfectly step back in. And if I don't occasionally imperfectly step back in, because my version of consistency as somebody with autism and ADHD has to be according to my ebbs and flows, not according to a calendar, not according, unfortunately, to an algorithm that would prefer I post a lot more. but according to my sense of ebb and flow. And sometimes there are days when I'm ebb-ish and can conjure a little flow, and other times I just need a break. I was sick most of January, still that coffee thing going around. Anyway, if you made it this far, I want to say thank you. Say hi in the comments. Let me know who you are, how you came across these videos. Let me know if there's anything you want me to make videos about or talk about as we navigate this wild edge of being human together.